Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Well, I was thinking about decks, and I recently had an epiphany. You might have saw it coming, but either way, this deck is definitely something to behold. But before I get into that, would you please help us hit 500 subscribers? We are very close, we just need your help. Please, smash that subscribe button and become a member of the Brew Crew. When we do hit 500, we're giving away all kinds of fun stuff, including a box. So check the description down below to find out exactly what I'm talking about. So what do I have for you today? You probably guessed it. It's AZORIUS FORETELL, but like I said, you probably guessed that with all those horrible puns a second ago. And what do we have for you? So first off, we have a one-drop creature in the deck that's just going to help apply a little pressure early game. Late game, it becomes a closer. That's the nice thing. Even though it's a one-drop 1/1, it gets bigger. And that's Stonebinder's Familiar. It is a spirit dog, 1/1 when it comes into play. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Stonebinder's Familiar. This ability triggers only once each turn. So, neat thing about that is almost every single card in our deck that's not land, almost every single card, will trigger that. The only two that don't are going to be these two here, and we'll get into those in just a minute. Speaking of those, then we're going to go ahead and round into the other three cards besides land that aren't Foretell cards. So we have 4 Elite Spellbinders. You already are very familiar with this one. It doesn't foretell, but it does exile, so it will trigger Stonebinder's Familiar, and you just know this is one of the best cards from the set it came out of. So it's just amazing. It really slows your opponent down. It shines best against other control decks that want to wipe the board or do any shenanigans to you with their expensive spells, planeswalkers, stuff like that. But it doesn't hurt either against a rush deck. You throw them off because they think they're going to double spell a turn. You make one of their spells way too expensive, and now you've got a 3/1 blocker that's kind of like a removal spell in your deck. Then we have 4 copies of Nico Defies Destiny, 1 blue, 1 white, 1 colorless. You gain 2 life for each foretold card you own in exile. Pretty strong, helps you stabilize against those really fast decks, or just really be able to just take hits against all those little swarm shamblers or eye twitches coming at you if you don't want to stop those right away. And then at stage 2 you get 1 blue and 1 white. Spend this mana only to foretell cards that cast spells that have foretell. That's going to be really strong for you if you want to cast, you already have, let's say, a Behold the Multiverse and Foretell or something like that. It's free. It's free that turn. And then I love the third one. Return target card with Foretell from your graveyard to your hand. Yes, please, especially if it's a creature deck and you already used a Doomscar. And then we have 2 copies of Vega the Watcher, 1 blue, 1 white, 1 colorless, legendary creature, Bird Spirit. It's a 2/2 with flying. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, draw a card. So just a little bit of a draw engine in the deck. And then we have our Foretell package, and it's rather large because this deck is a Foretell deck. So first off, we have 4 Saw It Comings, a little bit of counter magic, why not? 2 Starheim Unleashed. This is one of our bigger game closers in the deck, and every time I've ever thrown it, I pretty much win the game. You wait till late game, don't throw it too early unless you have to, and your opponent usually can't deal with it. Make sure if you're playing against a control deck, hopefully you've seen their hand with Elite Spellbinder, you're not throwing this into a Doomscar or Blood on the Snow, because you only have 2 in the deck, kind of important. We have 4 Behold the Multiverse. This is going to be our main draw card in the deck. Yes, we do have the Vega, but they can just remove that. So that's going to be our main draw. Then we have 4 Cosmos Charger. This is actually really strong in this deck. It has finally found a shell, in my opinion, and this is going to be it. 1 blue, 3 colorless for a Horse Spirit. It is a 3/3 with flying and flash. Foretold cards from your hand cost 1 less to cast, and can be done on any player's turn, and you can foretell it for 2 and then cast it for 1 blue and 2 colorless. So if you get stuck on mana, make sure this is if you don't know you have a 4th mana for sure coming, you only have 3 in your hand, or 2 in the battlefield, 1 in your hand, whatever the case may be, foretell this first, so that you can flash it in at the end of your opponent's turn, and you can start throwing all your cards into Foretell really cheap. And I mean, I've thrown this out, the opponent is killed it instantly, and I had enough mana, which you'll see in the gameplay, to just foretell a whole bunch of cards at the end of their turn real quick in response to them killing the Charger, and then you're just set up for the next turn. It's amazing. 4 copies of Doomscar, because creature decks. Everybody's just trying to come at you as fast as possible. And another one of our really big closers, Alrund's Epiphany. So you definitely can throw this anytime, but I like to save this for when I can close out an opponent if they're control, or if you're getting rushed, you kind of just throw it as an emergency, get some 1/1s, draw another card, reset your board. Or if they throw one of those pesky lulths out there, This is a great card to throw. You attack through, or attack into their spiders. They'll block probably. Then you Alrund's Epiphany. They weren't expecting that. You get some birds. Hopefully you kill that stinking lull. She is very powerful, and that's a very, very good way in this deck to get rid of her. And then we have our lands, which are 6 snow-covered plains, 6 snow-covered islands, 4 glacial floodplains, 4 of the pathways, and then our last way to close out the game is 4 faceless havens. Not only can this help protect us against other creature lands when the boards are getting wiped, and hopefully we can trade if need be, because we're fine with trading creatures in our deck. We want to eliminate creatures, even if it means ours die, but creature lands are what we're a little soft to in this deck, so that helps us out with that a little bit. Plus, we're wiping the board too. Maybe we need to wipe the board so that we can get in with our Faceless Haven to close out the game. It is ultimately kind of a control deck, so think of it that way. We're not really rushing the opponent. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely had games with this deck where I've drawn 2 or 3 Elite Spellbinders in a row, which I believe we have some footage of that for you, and your opponent will quit very quick if you hit them with double Elite Spellbinders, especially if they can't do anything for 2 or 3 more turns after that, and you're just going to be beating them down. So you can turn this deck into a beatdown deck, but it's very far and few between. You're mainly the control deck. Stonebinder's Familiar is really there just for that early game pressure. We have no 2-drops in the deck because all of these are 2-drops. So keep that in mind. That's what our 2-drop plan is. It is to foretell a card. And then nothing in the sideboard because we're not playing any lesson or learn cards. That being said, I really hope you enjoy the deck. And without further ado, let's go ahead now and get into the gameplay. Hello, Usu? Maybe it's Lusu. I don't know. Opponent. Looks like the opponent goes first. We have 3 lands, a Stonebinder's Familiar, Doomscar, Behold the Multiverse, and a ×2 Behold. So that's a good keep. We start with the plains and the Familiar, and turn 2 Behold. And Behold into Foretell, or depending on what they throw here. They're blue, are they red? Blue, black. Okay. So we can we might as well throw the other yeah, we don't want to throw the glacial floodplains yet. We'll throw this the Behold into Foretell and swing in for 2. They'll probably kill it. No? Okay, we get in. We get in. What you got, Lusu? Usu, opponent. We could Behold this turn. Let's see. Let's swing and see what happens here. So let's Behold. Hit them for 3. Now they might use removal. Okay, now they use the removal. That's fine. And we'll throw the Glacial Floodplains now. Okay, let's throw out the Faceless Haven. Let's throw the Saw It Coming into Foretell. And end the turn. Now if they try to do something like Lolth, we can counter it. If they don't do anything, we can Behold. If they counter it, then they counter it. We got rid of one of those. Okay, they throw a land tapped, pass. We're going to Behold the Multiverse. There's a negate. Now they're down to 4 cards in hand, so we're fine with that. We have another Behold right here. They don't have any way to kill a Faceless Haven right now. But I want to keep up a Behold. So what we do is we throw this Faceless Haven. We tap you, and you. And we swing with you for 4. And then we end the turn. Now we have our Saw It Coming and our Behold. We'll try it again with the Behold the Multiverse. We'll just keep chopping at their... Oh, wait. At the end of their turn. Mordekainen. No, thank you. Another Behold the Multiverse. Let's throw the snow-covered island out. So 1, 2, 3, attack with this. We could Behold, but we couldn't counterspell anything else they are doing this turn. So I think it's... They're low on cards, and if one of those is like Another Planeswalker. We could be in trouble. I'm just going to end the turn holding up the Behold. I actually have 2 of them if they try to pass. Okay, so we're going to use the one that costs 4. Charger and a Starham Unleashed. I'll take them both, thank you. And we'll take... They didn't stop the first one. Let's refill the hand. If they have a counter spell, they might want to do it now because our hand's just getting way full. No. Land ×2, huh? I think we're doing good on havens. I'll take the land that's not the haven. And, ooh, and an Alrund's Epiphany. Here we go. So, let's go ahead and throw out you on blue. And... this is flash. And then we can do stuff next. Let's... So if I attack with this, 1, 2, 3, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 left over, and I can still use... I think we pass one more turn. End turn. Eye twitch coming down. Okay. They got themselves something. Okay, they're passing. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Cosmos Charger. Okay. That worked. Okay, in response, we'll foretell. And we'll foretell. And we'll foretell. Boom. That's how you do that. Let's throw out the Glacial Floodplains into Alrund's Epiphany. Ooh, do they have a counter spell? Negate. Okay, they're down to 1 card left plus the Eye Twitch. Next, end turn. Xanthar, huh? Okay. 1, 2, 3. I can do 4 of them. Let's put out a 4th one. Let's do X for 4. Or, you know what? Let's just Doomscar first. Let's get rid of that shit altogether. What am I thinking? And let's go ahead and get in with a Faceless Haven. Hurry up and learn. Confront the past. So they want a Mordekainen, and Mordekainen dogs do not have reach, and they have a small hand. So we're going to Starheim Unleash next turn for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, for 4. If that's their big play. And then we still have 2 Faceless Havens. If they wipe the board, I'm pretty sure we can get in there with a bunch of them. So there's the Confront. It's the Mordekainen. They'll probably draw a card right here.
Dealing with you will require such little...
Okay, they do draw a card.
Your tiny mind couldn't possibly grasp my research.
So what do I got here? I think that's just game over. So I go like that. I go Alrund's Epiphany. Boom, boom. We get some birds. I can even throw this out for 1. It doesn't even matter anymore. They can't do anything about it. Then we go ahead and fire up a Faceless Haven. And then we do it again. And we swing in with the lot. Good game. RB Golden. Let's go, RBG. We go first with 3 lands, 2 Stonebinder Familiar, a Vega, and a Doomscar. So we're going to keep it. Don't know what kind of deck they are, so I want to throw the Glacial Floodplains first, but we need to get pressure on the board, just in case they're mono red, mono white, mono green, mono anything coming at us fast. No, it looks like we are going to be playing against Blood Money. Thank you, CGB. Let's put out the Glacial Floodplains and another Stonebinder Familiar. Hit him for 1. RBG, a Professor of Symbology, coming down. So we'll throw the Stonebinder, or Elite Spellbinder this turn. Triggers both the Stonebinder familiars. Elemental Divide, Alrun's Vanishing, another Professor. Let's get rid of that Vanishing Verse for a while. And then we want to just get in with it. We don't want to wait a turn just to save one. They already got into their sideboard. We need to be attacking constantly against Blood Money. Every turn has to just be attacking. Luckily, they're going to throw the Professor again, most likely. Or they'll divide by 0, but that might be a mistake. There's the Professor. Get in their sideboard again. It's another Environmental Sciences. Now we can at least get by this Professor. We're definitely throwing another Elite Spellbinder. We want to get rid of anything that kills our creatures. I don't mind if they go into their sideboard or their sideboard. They can foretell those. Let's get rid of that divide by 0. Boom! Too much to handle. Hello, Dragon. Solid. I love it. Opponent goes first. We have 4 lands. A Nico, a Behold, and an Alrun's Epiphany. It's slow, but our deck is a little slow. As long as we hit, I don't know, Doomscar, if they're a creature deck. If they're a control deck, we're fine. We just sit back for a minute. We want to get Behold and Alrun's Epiphany into Foretell as soon as possible so we can Nico to gain some life if they're attacking us. And then once we've Nico, we'll use the mana for... Yeah, we got things we can do. I mean, we could technically turn 4 Alrun's Epiphany. Turn 2, Foretell this. Turn 3, throw this. And then turn 4, have the mana. Yeah. Could work. Oh, hello, Pillow Dragon. How are you? We're going to keep it. Obviously, we're going to lead off on this Glacial Floodplain. Okay, so they do mulligan down to 6. Always good for you. It makes me think they're a more aggressive deck. Or they just had no land and they were a control deck. But probably going to be mono white, mono red, mono green, in my opinion. If you're on the play and you mulligan, it's rough. Oh, okay. Oh, they're control. So we got a little bit of room here. Boom, okay, hit us for 1 and pass. Oh, they're showing us some green, so they're probably going to be a skeleton swarming deck. Now we have the Charger. That kind of makes things a lot more interesting. I think I foretell the Charger now, not the Alrun's. So we're not Alrun's Epiphany on turn 4, but were we really going to need to at this point? If against a control deck, you kind of want to save those Epiphanies for when they're tapped out and you can try to, like, close out a game. So they're going to swing in for 1 again. Probably pass a turn. Do you have anything else to do, my friend? Okay, so here we throw this out on blue. And we just passed the turn. Holding up the Sock Coming and the Cosmos Charger. I'm most likely going to Charger, and then I'll have the Sock Coming for when they throw their Skeleton Swarming, which I think is going to be their big win card, but it could be a Lolth. It could have Lily, I mean, Onyx, whatever. They could have cards. Okay, we're going to Charger. They didn't do anything last turn for 3. They threw out a tapped land. They probably have removal in their hand. There's the Soul Shatter. That's fine. They get in for 1. So we throw the Glacial Floodplains to get it out there. And then end the turn. There's no way I can't let them go into turn 5 without having a Sock Coming up. They missed their turn. Okay. So now we go Faceless Haven into Elite Spellbinder. I want to see what they got over here. What do you have in here? So it is Swarming and Professors and a Lolth. So I guess I'd rather see a Lolth. If they hit a land now, I am in trouble. So let's get this. Let's get Behold into Foretell. It's easier to throw that for 3 than that for 4. Don't hit the land, please. No! No blocks. Yep, there's the Lolth.
My child, do what I do.
There's the Doomscar. Oh. Put that in the Foretell. Holding up the Sock coming and the Behold. No attacks and the turn. Wow, what a rip. What a rip. There's another land. So no blocks. Because I definitely can't. I can't block that as Menace. If I block that, they get to their 7th mana.
My children will take care of you.
There's the Onyx. Here's the Sock coming. They have another one. That's the problem. Let's behold the multiverse. Charger and an Unleashed. I really don't even know what I'm looking for at the moment. Bunch of 4/4s wouldn't hurt if I can get to it. Let's throw out the Stonebinder Familiar. Let's throw out Alrund's Epiphany. If they throw Professor, I guess I'd rather Professor mine. No attacks on the turn. This is awkward. Professor, yep. That's what I thought.
Lily, well darn. Looks like you flunked out. Mwah.
Oh, okay,
Go on,
okay.
Run.
There's the Professor and Lolth on board. It's the whole lot. Okay, they swing in for 3. Pass a turn. We get another land. So we're gonna attack the Professor Onyx. They'll block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could save that, but there's actually no real way to do it, so I'll let that happen. I mean, I could, but then I can't Alrund's Epiphany. And we need to Alrund's Epiphany. I need to hit another land off the top right here. There it is. So next, I'll attack. Let's both go at Lolth. Okay.
All of you.
I have to Alrund's Epiphany again. It's another land. Let's throw that out. I have the Faceless Havens. So we'll go next. We'll attack with 2. I'm going to save those for blockers. Let's put this in the Foretell. Let's put this in the Foretell. And let's throw the Nico Defies Destiny. Pass the turn. If one of those is Doomscar, we're in trouble. Or not Doomscar, Blood on the Snow. If one of them's not Blood on the Snow, we could be great. Because I can make all these angels and get in. I'm just hoping they don't. Because I have to go for it, right? So we got, what, 1 angel, 2 angels, 3 angels, and the fire up. There's another Lolth. Okay.
Are you in a rapture?
So if I Doomscar, I can make, what, 1, 2... I can make 2 angels and Doomscar. If I attack with everything, I take out Lolth. Right? I think if I Doomscar, it'll get 5, and then I bring it down back to 1. So they can't do that. Doomscar, and then 1, 2, 3, fire that up, and then I can't counterspell whatever they're doing. I need to counterspell whatever they're doing. So, I'm going to fire this up. All attacks at lull. 5 attackers.
At least there
Okay.
is blood on your hands.
Resolves.
I
Resolves.
will get what I want.
So they can attack us for what? 2, 4, 6. I don't care. Our life is fine. I might as well put this into Foretell at this point, because I don't have enough snow to fire up the Faceless Haven as another option anyways, because that wasn't snow. Oh, I could have with this one, so maybe. But now, everything's foretold. Everything's foretold. So when they go to throw the Skeletal Swarming, that's the one I want to counter. I'm fine with the Mascot Exhibition. Wow, they're just going to pass the turn. Okay, so let's bring back... The Charger's flying. I want the Sock coming. I want counter spells. So we draw another Nico Defies Destiny as well. Let's go all attacks. Mortality Spear. Okay, they're down to 2 cards. One's Mascot Exhibition. Okay, I'll Doomscar. And then we still have Sock coming. And we have Faceless Havens versus their Faceless Havens. Of course, they do have a flying 3/4 dragon. We have plenty of life. If we need to get to Starheim Unleashed, then we'll do that next turn. Let them take... Let's see what they're up to. I mean, I can literally counter 2 of their spells this turn. So, if they go Mascot Exhibition, Skeletal Swarming is 100% getting countered. Can't have that. Can't have that. Okay, I want a counter spell in case that's a Doom or Blood on the Snow, right? Or yeah, Blood on the Snow. So that's 2. So 1, 2. So I can only do 2 angels. Let's make 2 4/4 angels. And what do I got left? 1, 2, 3 mana. So next, end to turn. Last card in hand that we don't know about. What you gonna be? Mascot Exhibition. I think we go ahead and counter that. Try to close this game out. If that was a Blood on the Snow, I don't think they would have done that. Soul Shatter. Cool. So we know it's in their hand now. So, let's put this in a Foretell. Let's put this in a Foretell. Let's throw the Nico Defies Destiny. We gain a bunch of life. Let's attack for 4 with Vigilance. And I can't counterspell anything, so we took a risk. We took a risk. Maybe I should have foretold 1 less card. That was very risky against the Pillow Dragon. Because Lolth, once again, is hard to get through if they hit a Lolth. Onyx isn't as bad. We have the Faceless Havens for her. If they fire up a Faceless Haven and attack, let them have it. Even if they end up killing our 4/4 Angel. We've got the Behold the Multiverse. Are you kidding? We're fine with that, but what a rip.
You really want to fight?
What a rip.
That's
Do they plus it, or do they minus it? Okay, so they don't have enough snow to fire up a Faceless Haven, and can't we fire up both? 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, that's the 1. 1, 2. No, we don't have enough. One, 2, 3, 1. Dang it. So we'll Behold the Multiverse because we get to use that free mana. We get a Cosmos Charger and a Behold. I will take both of those. We're going to fire up a Faceless Haven. We're going to swing in for 8 at them. Yeah, let them have the Onyx. And the turn, holding up counter magic, draw, and another flyer in the air. So they might minus the Onyx, which is fine. We do overwhelm them here, I think, no matter what. See, if we would have gone at the Onyx, we'd have given them turns to draw into it. As we're now, it's just over. Harness the Infinity. Okay, so we can't let them have that. So that Professor Revolves, that is just getting countered. Straight up countered. That gives them everything back. That would have given them... Woo! No. They're out of cards in hand. They've already... I think they... Yeah, they'll mind... Plus that... They get a card, but it's only one card. What are they going to do against Bull? Like, they have no black mana left over. Or yeah, they do. They have the World Tree, huh? Shambling Gas coming down. They can't fire up a Faceless Haven. We'll throw out the Charger. Oh, wait. Can't do that. Just take our turn. Let's return Starheim Unleashed to our hand. Let's throw out Faceless Haven. This is flying. Don't we just win? Next. All attack. One attack. Boom. Next. Yeah. Good game, Pillow Dragon. I saw that. Okay, everybody. That did it for AZORIUS FORETELL. And as you saw, our opponents did not see it coming in most cases. The deck is really good, in my opinion. But it is very, very soft to creature lands. So we're going to have to fix that. Now, Vega the Watcher, I never really drew it that often. When I did, it never really felt like it was doing anything. I have Draw in Behold the Multiverse. I don't like this card in this deck at all. So I am going to remove them. And instead, I'm going to bring in Bound in Gold. Unfortunately, white and blue are very, 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 very soft to creature lands, because we don't have any way to really deal with them instant speed, and they're not getting fired up till our opponent's turn. So we're going to have to figure out another way to deal with that, and in my opinion, that is Bound in Gold. Now, if you're just getting beat up by creature lands way, way, way too much, we're going to have to find one more card to get out of the deck to put into Bound in Gold, and I think that maybe that's Nico Defies Destiny. Drop one of those, or maybe it's Cosmos Charger. I really, really like everything else. If anything, I want a third Starheim Unleashed, but I'm going to keep it at 2, because if you get flooded on those early game, it just kind of feels bad. So for the moment, this is the changes I'm going to make. I'm going to drop the 2 birds. We're going to add in the 2 Bound in Golds, and in most cases, we want to hold on to those until we see a creature land, because that is what is problematic for our deck, and that's what they're for. Now, as far as crafting cards goes for the deck, Elite Spellbinders, safe craft. Starheim Unleashed, if you're playing white a lot, it is a Mythic, so it's a little scary, but 2 of them see play here and there, so I think that's a safe craft. Cosmos Charger is going to be one of the cards in the deck where I'm going to say, if you don't own them, and you don't plan on playing this kind of deck a lot, don't craft these. If you have them, awesome, try the deck out, you'll love it. But you might not like these Cosmos Chargers. They might not see play in any other decks, so just buyer beware there. Doomskars, safe craft. Auron's Epiphanies, once again, Mythic. They hurt, but they are worth it. If you're going to touch blue and you're going to go big, as in you're not rushing somehow, which blue doesn't usually rush, at least not in this format. We don't have any little 1/1 dragons that are getting bigger and bigger, do we? So, yeah, those are a safe craft is my point. And then, lands are always safe. Craft them. Craft them. If you ever touch those colors, you're going to want them. Lands are safe. So please let me know down in the description what you thought of this deck. Did you think that 2 Bound in Golds was a good answer to creature lands, or do you have a better one for these colors, being Azorius specifically? Let us know if there's any decks you want to see in the future. We definitely want to hear from you. Please hit that subscribe button and become a member of the Brew Crew. When we hit 500 subscribers, and we're almost there, we're almost to the mid 400s, we're going to be giving away a box. So check the description down below to find out exactly what I'm talking about. And as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.